I had nothing to drink. He's gonna look stupid.
You really can't do that. Absolutely I can't.
He's calling 911. So now you're going to be charged with concealing identity, resisting officers, okay?
Get off me, bro.
Move. Move, man. Get off of me. Stop touching me. Stop touching me. I already told you that. Sir?
You're profiling me because I'm black. My family rich than a motherfucker. I ain't got to sell nothing. I'm set for life.
This retaliatory stop
Do
for
you
something makes you
understand
thought
what
you
this
heard.
tool is?
By the way,
After punching a
lights
pregnant
required
woman,
1 hour
will the
before.
police officer be in jail?
You're a
Or
public
what happens if the law
servant.
is found to be
Write your information
racist?
down.
Police arresting a black man and treating him like a wanted criminal. Even a couple being bullied by a young police officer and then walking away like nothing happened. Follow the Crime Hunter USA series, where the truth does not need to be plastered to speak up.
You're gonna go back to my car and you're gonna clean that or you're gonna go to jail. Get up! Now you piss me off. Get up! Get up! Get up!
The woman threw a cigarette at the car and was immediately punched by the police. Even though she was pregnant and unconscious, this was an act of brutal assault by the law. July 3, 2023, Miami. A small incident turned into a daytime nightmare. Jalissa Burgos, 20, was standing on the sidewalk when she accidentally dropped a cigarette near the patrol car of police officer Miguel Hernandez.
You got gloves on? She got a cigarette and she went to my car. Okay. She got
for my Uber and he's doing this to me.
That's right. You're gonna go back to my car. You're gonna go back to my car. You're gonna clean that. Let me ask you a question.
Just because a cigarette butt fell near the patrol car, Officer Hernandez immediately turned into a beast. He screamed and forced Jalissa to clean the car. Jalissa asked for help, saying she was pregnant, but he just smiled faintly and ignored her.
You got extra gloves on?
I'm pregnant and he's bothering me.
Okay, you're gonna go back to my car. You're gonna clean what you did. Get up.
What?
The cigarette that you broke. Let's go.
She was grabbed by the hair, dragged like an animal through the street. She screamed in vain. But Hernandez only tightened his grip amidst the angry boos of the onlookers. Then suddenly, he punched her straight in the face, a punch that knocked Jalissa down, unconscious. The onlookers were stunned. Even her colleagues were shocked and widened their eyes at Hernandez's stupid actions.
Bro, you're not allowed to do that.
Get up.
On you.
Get up.
The police on you. You're not allowed to do this because I can't.
Get up.
Lawyer, I know.
Get up
I'm a
and
civil
clean
rights
it.
lawyer.
That's right. Up and do that. Clean that. Get up and clean up from my car. Now, you're gonna go and clean up from my car. You're gonna go and clean up from my car. Let's go. Let's go. You're gonna go back to my car and clean that. Let's go. You know what? You're gonna go to jail so fast you're gonna be in girl. Come here.
For what?
For vandalizing.
Don't touch me.
Get to the car. Get to the car and pick that up.
You want to go to jail for vandalizing?
Go to the bar and clean it. Let's go.
No, let's talk about that.
Get up.
Oh, wow.
That's right. You're gonna clean it. You're gonna clean it. Let's go.
Yeah, no, you do care.
Let's go. Clean it.
Jalissa was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Hernandez was later quietly forced to resign, but the lawsuit continued. Jalissa filed a lawsuit against herself and the city of Miami for gross cruelty.
Resist me? Yes, because you're arrested for no reason. Get away from me.
You're gonna resist me?
Help me! Oh, get away from me!
Clean it.
Get away from me!
Clean it. Go. Clean it.
Relax.
Clean it. Let's go.
Get away from me!
You're gonna clean it. Let's go.
Sit for me to lie down.
Now.
Come here.
Help me!
I need you to sit down and relax.
Sit! Help me! Help me!
Are you gonna go?
Oh, get away from me! Get away from me! Get away from me! Get away from me! Help me! Help me! I'm pregnant! Help me!
I understand you're pregnant, but stop resisting.
Sit, bro.
Resisting. Jesus Christ.
No, help me! Please don't break my arm! Stop it! Stop it! He's breaking my
A police officer tasked with protecting the public instead punches a pregnant woman in the face over a cigarette? No warrant, no reason, just power and violence. This is an animal, not a cop. If you think this cop deserves to be jailed for life and live with regret for the rest of his life, please share this video far and wide and report the next cop for his undeserved racism.
You're not gonna die. Don't break my car. I know.
I'm apologizing. You're crap.
You blew it into my car. Don't spit in my thing. Don't spit in my thing.
What the hell did you do?
She's wearing my face, man.
No, what you did? Hell, what you do, bro?
Come here, come here. Feel like that, 7317, mommy, have fire rescue. Take it, man.
But you didn't have to do it.
Just spit in my
Just close the door. You should have called her right when she was there. 1718, have fire rescue squad, please.
A 19-year-old college student from Iowa was detained like a criminal.
I had nothing to drink. He's gonna look stupid.
Over 2 hours, all because he dared to use his high beams. But what made this incident truly infuriating wasn't just the illegal traffic stop. It was the smug arrogance of a cop who thought he could trample over someone's rights and got humiliated by a teenager who knew the law better than him. Tav Golanakis was pulled over by Officer Nathan Winters, who barked that his brights were too bright for city limits. Tav calmly explained that one headlight was out, so he used the brights to stay safe. It didn't matter. The officer wanted a target, and Tav was it. Without any sign of impairment, Tav was ordered out of the car, bombarded with questions about drugs, booze, and weapons. Zero cause, zero reason. Tav stayed cool, he cooperated, and he made one simple request: a breathalyzer test. It could have ended there, one blow, case closed. But no, Officer Winters flat out ignored it. He dragged Tav through a circus of useless sobriety tests, hoping to invent a reason to justify the stop. It was a power trip, plain and ugly.
Do me a favor, put your gum on your dash there.
Oh my god, my dad?
Yeah, perfect. We're gonna go back here, okay? Well, you don't have anything on you? No bombs, guns, drugs?
No bombs or no drugs.
Okay, let's go back.
Finally, nearly an hour later, they handed Tav the breathalyzer. He blew, .00, stone cold sober. So what did Officer Winters do? Admit he was wrong? Of course not. He pivoted to marijuana out of nowhere. No smell, no behavior, no evidence, just a desperate grasp at anything to save face. It was pathetic.
Odor of alcohol coming from your person.
Great, let's do a test then.
We'll get to the test.
I can't wait. So what happens if, nothing pops up? Do you get in trouble?
No? Why would I get in trouble?
Because you think I'm drinking, but I'm not drinking. Can I record it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So Officer Winters thinks I'm drinking tonight. We're about to do a test, and he's gonna find out I had nothing to drink. He's gonna look stupid.
Go up on the sidewalk here and I'll talk with you up there, okay? I'm gonna have you stand with your heels and toes together, with your arms down to your side. I'm gonna check your eyes. Okay, what I want you to do is follow my finger with your eyes and your eyes only, and do not move your head, okay?
Yep.
Do you have any questions?
Nope.
What color are your eyes?
Hazel.
Hazel, do they ever change colors?
Nope.
Okay, not that you know of. Can you see my finger clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
How many more we got?
No, this test is about 2 minutes long.
I'm gonna use this line right here.
Stay in this position until I tell you to begin, okay?
Come on, man, it's too easy. Let's do the breath.
Tav was cuffed and hauled to the station. Another test, another 0. No drugs, no alcohol, nothing. When it was all over, Tav stared straight at the man who tried to ruin him and didn't have to say a word. The truth was already recorded.
This your first year?
No.
No way.
No.
No way.
When I say begin, I want
How many false accusations you got?
0. Your arms down your side. Why are you shaking so much?
It's freezing, man. Look at you, you got all these clothes on and I got shorts on and it's raining. And you false accusing me, so of course I'm gonna be a little nervous.
I wear shorts when it's 30 below.
Congratulations. Let's blow real quick. Stop doing all these damn tests, let's blow. Let's get to business.
Let's go to the front of the car here.
Do this blow. 0-0. Ready for it? If it's possible to get negative, that's not here. I'll show you right here.
All right, what I want you to do is make a tight seal around this and blow outwards like you're blowing up a balloon, okay?
Cool.
All right.
You ready?
Yep. Okay, you can relax. So I'm gonna read you Miranda, okay? Right now you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of
I do not remember that.
Tonight?
Oh,
Okay, well, I would.
No
I
weed
think
tonight,
it's tonight.
I've had no weed tonight. What? Why do you think it's tonight? Why do you think I smoke? I blew zeros, so now you're trying to think I smoke weed. That's what's going on. You can't do that, man. You really can't do that.
Absolutely, I can.
Officer Winters violated the Fourth Amendment. No warrant, no probable cause, just pure abuse of power. He was sued under Title 42, Section 1983 for civil rights violations. The court threw out his qualified immunity. Now he faces personal accountability. Exactly what every bully with a badge should fear.
I stopped this guy for having his brights on. He fumbles around with his registration 3, 4, 5 times. He bombed sobriety. He says he'll do an evaluation, but he's kind of a...
Tav uploaded the body cam footage. It exploded online. Millions watched a teenager dismantle a corrupt cop with nothing but the Constitution and a camera.
So, I just want to know, like, how does it feel?
How does it feel for what?
Remember I told you when you first pulled me over?
I had nothing to drink. He's gonna look stupid.
But we just gotta do better than that. We just gotta do better than that. I deserve apology.
Because when the law is on your side and the footage is rolling, even the badge can't protect you from the truth.
He's going 911.
In 2022, Officer Kenneth Skynes and 2 other officers from the Albuquerque Police Department were caught on camera brutalizing a 53-year-old disabled man in a sickening display of power abuse.
Go ahead and grab all your money and stuff out, okay? Take your money out. You want to walk? What's the walk? You want to walk? Go ahead and put your money out, man. I'm going to move your money, okay? You're coming with us now, okay? So go ahead and grab your money, sir. We'll walk.
The man was simply trying to pay for his items at the checkout counter, but instead of offering help when he struggled, the officers jumped straight to accusations, claiming he was shoplifting. They snatched the money from his hands like bullies and violently dragged him away as he tried to explain himself. When the man refused to hand over his name, the officers exploded with aggression. They arrested him on the spot for non-compliance and concealing identity, as if daring to ask questions while disabled was a crime. Desperate and scared, the man called 911, telling them that he was being harassed by security. The response? More threats. The officers warned him they'd slap him with trespassing charges and then illegally searched him, ripping through his pockets and seizing his cash, a blatant violation of his Fourth Amendment rights.
You got an ID on you, man?
Not giving you any idea.
You don't identify yourself, you're under arrest, okay?
You're not police.
Yes, we are. We're out here.
No, you're not. You're security.
So what's your name, man?
None of your business.
All right, then you're under arrest. Go ahead, put your hands behind your back.
Who are you calling, man? You ain't even
He's calling 911. That's what he said anyway.
I was just paying. I was just had my stuff locked in my fanny pack, and the security cars came, and I didn't take more time than anyone else. The other ones.
Things only got worse. After finding a few legal prescriptions with his name, Officer Skynes, in an act of pure intimidation, threatened to charge him with drug trafficking unless he gave up his identity. Not because there was any evidence, not because there was any danger, just because he could.
So, let me ask you this. You know we're cops now, right? Do you want to identify yourself? What's your name? Tell me your name.
This is my money.
We're taking it with us.
The man was arrested, humiliated, and locked up. But when the case hit court, it fell apart instantly. All charges were dropped. No evidence, no crime, just a disabled man who had the misfortune of crossing paths with power-hungry officers.
These aren't your prescriptions, unfortunate. Unless your name's Matthew.
What's your name?
Is it Matthew McCannis? Ooh, that sounds like a name. Well, I hope your name's Matthew, otherwise you're getting charged with trafficking because this is a lot of drugs.
Officer Kenneth Skynes, however, didn't walk away clean. He was found guilty of abuse of authority, violating police conduct codes, and breaking the Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA. He became the perfect example of what happens when the badge becomes a weapon, not a shield. Because when those sworn to protect the vulnerable turn into their tormentors, the law eventually strikes back.
Stop right there.
Back off. Back off.
No, I'm not going to back off. Okay? What's going on? What's going on? Nobody's done anything to you yet.
A black man stands still on the sidewalk, camera in hand, and within seconds is treated by the police as a wanted criminal. No weapon, no offense, just skin color and a camera. Is this security or blatant racism?
They can't run your pocket.
Hey, come here, talk to me.
Don't approach me. Don't approach me. Don't approach me.
Put your hands up on the car.
I haven't broken the law, exercising my rights in public. You have no right to touch me.
Okay,
Yes, I
what's
do.
going
I'm patting
on?
you down quick.
This officer violated my rights.
No, I'm not.
Yes, he is.
Okay, hang on. Hang on. Hang on.
I don't consent to search and seizure of my property.
We're not searching you. We're patting you down for our safety,
Get off me,
okay?
bro. Move. Move, man. Get off of me. Stop touching me. Stop touching me. I already told you that.
Two officers get out of their patrol car and approach a man who is filming near police headquarters. For no apparent reason, they approach as if facing an urgent threat.
What's going on
What's
with
your
you?
name and badge number, ma'am? Identify yourself since you want to go hands on.
I'm Sergeant Wild. What is your name?
What's your name and badge number, ma'am?
I'm asking you a question.
What's your name and badge number? Are you not going to identify yourself?
You need to identify
E-hands.
yourself.
What's your badge number, E-hands? Okay, be respectful.
What is your name? You got an ID on you?
Am I being detained for a crime?
We're investigating. We got called on you, okay?
How about you guys disperse and get up out of here?
Okay.
Why would we do that?
Because you have no reason to be here.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. We got a call on you.
Around the sheriff's office.
They ask for his hands, search him, and force him to check his ID without stating any illegal activity. The only reason? We got a call. A cheap excuse for abuse of power. The man protests legally, citing his constitutional rights and refusing to show his ID. He forces them to identify themselves, and step-by-step back from his camera and knowledge.
Okay? We got a complaint. Find out what's going on. I come up to talk to you and you take off running. So yes, that's very suspicious.
Not illegal.
I didn't say it was illegal. I said it was suspicious. I try to talk to you and you won't talk to me. So tell me what's going on.
Right now, what I need you to do is get from behind me and go back into your vehicle.
I don't have to do that.
Well, I'm gonna go and walk away then.
Hey, walk away. How about that? Walk away.
How about that? Huh?
Go on.
I don't have to.
Go on.
I actually can stay here if I want.
You're actually in the roadway, so.
Because you put me against the car.
Oh, no, we didn't.
yes,
you stepped
so
over here towards me.
He did
So
not
get
move
out
me.
of the-
He didn't move me.
Okay, how about you get out of the roadway
I'll
and get
out
on the
roadway.
sidewalk?
I'll
That's
definitely get out the
provided.
roadway. Not an issue there. But y'all pushed me against the car.
Okay, keep moving.
I don't have to keep moving. I haven't broken the law.
Do what?
I haven't broken the law. Ma'am, do yourself a favor. Go back in your patrol car.
You're not telling me what to do. Very simple.
I am telling you what to do.
Yeah.
Well, good thing we don't have to listen to you, right?
I mean, you're wasting tax dollars, so
On you. You're right.
that's your fault.
Absolutely.
You chose to be here.
No, we
No,
didn't.
we
got
didn't.
called.
We got called.
I
on
was
you
minding
because
my own-
somebody thought it was very suspicious that you were hanging around the sheriff's office over here.
Which is funded by our tax dollars, right?
Oh, do you pay taxes?
I sure do.
Oh, I'm
I
sure
pay a
you
lot
do.
more than you think, too.
Oh, I'm sure.
I pay a lot more taxes than you think.
I'm sure you do.
E-hands, do yourself a favor. Go back in your
You're
car
not going to tell
and
me when I can leave and when I can't leave.
actually, I'm going to tell you when you
Well,
can
guess
leave.
what? I don't have to listen to you.
The body cam footage captures this exchange in a raw and unfiltered light, showing the officers becoming increasingly agitated.
Well, I guess we're going to be here all day then, huh? I got nothing but... I don't care either.
Are you intoxicated? You sound like you're intoxicated or
Are you
illegal
making false?
substances.
Are you making false
I'm asking
accusations?
you.
Are you making false
I'm
allegations?
asking you.
Go
Are you
back to the
answering or not?
Nothing wrong with exercising your First Amendment rights in public. You guys came to me, bro. I was minding
What's the First Amendment?
freedom of press.
Okay, what are you?
Right now, I'm recording you guys
And for?
That's good.
Because
We're recording you too.
because you guys are funded by tax dollars.
You're right. It's
Right,
very
and we're
smart.
doing our job.
Well, how about since there's no crime happening here, how about you guys
Well,
disperse?
that's what we're trying to figure out.
Well,
because
I've
we got
already
called.
explained it to you.
We
There's
got
no.
called on you. You don't need to explain nothing to us.
Don't you want to explain? You stupid. Get out of my sight now.
Or what?
Well, I can't do nothing to you because I go to jail. So get out.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you got that badge.
That's right.
You got that badge. That badge is the only thing that's making you stand here right now. That's
right.
That
because
badge.
I got called here.
When exposed, they lose control. Every lie is recorded. From threats, insults, to denials of responsibility, everything is exposed on camera. Finally, they retreat in silence. No arrest warrant, no charges, just a system exposed.
How about that?
Oh, okay. How about that?
Yep. Well, I got nothing but time.
Super.
You guys can disperse at any time you guys want. You guys can disperse at any time you want. What's your name?
Trontabajan Plig. These officers violated the Fourth Amendment and can be sued under Section 1983. Penalties can range from dismissal to banishment from the profession. But more seriously, this is racial profiling, systemic racism, banned under the Civil Rights Act of 1964.
It's written right there.
Written right there?
Mm-hmm.
Your name is right here?
Yep.
Can you pronounce it?
Born down.
Bass number.
222.
Good job. You already identified yourself.
Yeah, I did.
Next time when I ask you for your identification,
Okay, so first of all,
what happened? When I ask you for ID, you give it to me, okay?
you don't have to.
How about you quit running your head? Do yourself a favor.
You're funded by tax dollars. It's your obligation to identify yourself. How do I know you're not in person? How do you know you're not fake police officers?
If you think we're impersonating, call the police.
Isn't it?
They'll tell you whether or not we are, right? Good. Yeah.
That's the whole. That's the whole point of identifying yourself.
That was a good one.
That was a good. You got me there. I can't lie. I guess we're just gonna sit here and do nothing, or what?
No, we're waiting on an answer.
Answer.
Yep, from the sheriff's office. Once we get an answer from the sheriff's office, we're gonna go from there.
I just want to let you know something. You can't trespass from the sheriff's department. It is public property. Funded by tax dollars.
Actually, it's not a lot.
Who funds the sheriff's department?
This isn't the sheriff's.
It doesn't matter who
This
funds
is
it.
operations.
It's still
It's
private
still-
It's
property.
in Russ, Texas.
Why does it
It's just
say
like a
sheriff's
school, it's
department?
not public property either.
It's
School
still
is
funded by tax dollars. I could be at the prison and it wouldn't matter. So am I being detained for a
Said you were in prison? What did you
I
say?
said it's like being on a prison property. It's still funded by tax dollars.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you can't be on prison property. Try it and see what happens. Try to get in there.
I've done a lot of things on a prison
Oh, I'm
property.
sure.
before. I've exercised my rights on a prison property.
Oh,
before.
I'm sure you have.
I don't know
Absolutely.
what, okay, I don't know what you're insinuating, but am I being detained for a crime?
I told you to leave, so leave.
Okay. So I'm not detained. So
I
you
never
don't.
said you were detained.
Okay, I just want to get that clarified. If I'm not detained, then I'm free to stay. I just want
No, if we're waiting on an answer to see if they want you criminally trespassed. If we do, then you're going to be criminally trespassed, and then you will leave the property. If not, you can stay here.
I am
By all
on.
means.
I'm on
You can
public-
stand right there too. I don't care where you stand.
So
But if they
long-
want you CT, it's not going to be here.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you something.
In my opinion, these police officers should be imprisoned for several years to several decades. If they are just reprimanded and condemned, then who will be responsible for the innocence of this innocent man? He will be haunted by racism for the rest of his life.
See, I'm so glad I do these audits.
Yeah, you're doing good.
I'm doing a very good job. Hey, you're gonna be the star of the show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. That's a compliment. I like being the star.
Yeah, you say that now.
Star of a lot of things.
I guess. Your attitude is a problem, man. That's
So
why.
is yours.
That's why there's a disconnect.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So that's what I'm here for, to test out, to see if you guys respect my rights, and you failed miserably.
Thank you.
You know, the
You
other
can put
police,
it on my eval.
the other police.
Or you can look up the complaint form and write a complaint too.
I might do that.
Do it.
I might. Just not today. I got better things to do.
Me too.
So, I mean, you can leave.
I will whenever I get an answer.
I hope the sheriff would respect the Constitution.
That doesn't have anything to do with you being criminal trespass.
It has a lot to do with it. If I'm not able to exercise my rights on a sheriff's department property, which is funded by tax dollars, then that is going against the
So, let me
Constitution.
explain something to you, okay?
Yeah.
Because who it's funded by doesn't have anything to do with it. It's like school property. School property is private property. If they want you removed from that
Depending on
property,
the schools.
no, public school is private property. It's owned by the school district. Okay, and if they want you removed from that, you can be removed from that property. Okay, just like the sheriff's office. Okay, it's not public property. Public property would be like this sidewalk right here.
Which
I'm
not on there.
When I drove up, you were in their parking lot up there by the office. Okay, so that's
And I was never told. I was never told to leave either.
you didn't give us a chance either. You took off running.
I wasn't detained at the time either.
No, but we've gotten to that point now where we're talking to you about it. So once you criminally trespass, then we'll do that.
So you guys, man. So if I'm not detained, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna go ahead and leave. Okay. Okay. I'm just waiting on you guys to disperse.
We're not going to. We're staying here until we get an answer.
Okay.
And we don't have to leave either. You don't have to tell us to disperse because we don't have to. We can do however we want to go.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay. I would like to have the sheriff come out here to confirm your criminal trespass too. Well, I'm not gonna take your word for it.
You don't have to.
I'm not gonna take your word for it, man. I would rather have the sheriff tell me. So I have that right. I have that right.
If they tell us to do that, then we'll do it. That's our legal right.
Well, we'll see. You seem kind of bored. You know,
I'd rather be doing with real crime instead of fake people like this.
Well, you can leave.
Thank you, the law.
I do know the law.
Oh, I'm sure
I may not know all the laws. That I'll give you. That I'll give you. But I know enough.
You're saying you need to leave the property.
I am on the sidewalk.
Okay, and keep walking.
I am on the sidewalk. This is not their property. How about you disperse, and when you guys leave, I'll leave.
How about you keep running your dumb mouth?
Why you gotta be so mean?
I'm not mean. You're just making a fool out of yourself.
You're calling me dumb.
So let's get something. I want you to understand something, okay?
Yep.
If you go back on the property over here, the sheriff's office property, that's the parking lot, their property, anywhere around there, okay? When we come back and see you there, you'll be arrested and you'll go to jail, okay? So don't do that. Sidewalk's okay.
I mean, if you want a lawsuit, go ahead.
It's not about whether we want a lawsuit or not. It's about you're being criminally trespassed from that property.
From a public facility, man. It's not a public
facility.
What if I need to...
So can you walk in there right now?
Right now it's closed.
Exactly.
That don't mean
that means it's not open to the public right now. So
it is a public facility.
No, it's private property. Belongs to the county. That makes it private property.
Nah.
Yes, it does.
See, who funds the county?
It doesn't matter who pays for it.
I pay taxes, so therefore I fund the county.
That has nothing.
Even though no charges were filed, the incident has destroyed the image of the police department. So, where is the justice when skin color is an excuse to insult an innocent citizen? I find this punishment too light. Is the US law lax, or is this a rotten system?
Whether it's private property or not. That's what I'm trying to explain to you about the school. Walmart, all these, where you go shopping, all these places are private property.
The school is funded by public, but I have no reason to be at a school. I don't test teacher about their rights. I test police about their rights.
Yeah.
That's all I do, man.
I understand what you're doing.
And if you know I'm not breaking the law, why not just...
You did. Okay, you were on private property. They wanted you to leave. You were suspicious. We came to check you out. You took off running. That's even more suspicious. Instead of just stopping and talking to me like I wanted you to, you decided to make this a bigger deal than what it is.
There's nothing wrong with exercising your rights in public. We all have our styles of doing it.
There's nothing wrong with me doing my job either, right?
I mean, there's a way about going about doing your job.
There is.
You're threatening to arrest me for going back on the sheriff's department.
To arrest you.
You just said if I go on their property that I'll be arrested.
Yes, because you are being criminally trespassed from that property.
Which is funded by tax dollars. How about get the sheriff out here?
I don't have to get anybody out here.
Or a deputy sheriff.
I don't have to have a deputy out here. They told us we have the authority to do it, okay? It's within the city limits. Okay?
Whatever you say.
So I'm just letting you know, don't go back on the property, okay?
Okay. Do you just want to go home now? I mean, do you want to go back on patrol? Clearly there's no crime happening. Clearly there's no crime happening right now.
I'm sure there is elsewhere.
Well, maybe go.
That you have us tied up with. So just understand, if you come back on the property, you're going to jail.
You gonna violate my rights?
I'm gonna take you to jail. I promise
You gonna
that.
violate my
I'm
rights?
gonna take you to jail. I promise you that.
That's how we gonna do it. Okay. Okay. Well, you have a good day, okay?
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Don't make it any more difficult than what it already is, okay? Just don't go back.
I've already proven what I need to prove, bro. You guys don't respect the Constitution.
Okay. We don't have to worry about it tonight.
I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow during business hours to confirm that trespass.
They probably won't be there on the weekend.
On
This
weekend?
is special units.
Do you think this is simply a misunderstanding or the underbelly of justice? Comment now. The next situation will make you even angrier.
Facility here. It's an annex of the sheriff's office.
Okay.
The actual sheriff's office is down the road.
Okay. All right. I'll confirm that with the sheriff's department on Tuesday because
Tuesday.
it's Memorial Day.
Okay.
So.
All right.
You have a good day. You too.
Got your license, registration, proof of insurance.
What'd you pull this over for?
Hey, bud, I got a question. Are you the one that said losers out the window as you drove by?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, yeah, that was definitely you. And that is loud and boisterous conduct upon a public roadway. That's public disorderly conduct.
So that's what you pulled us over for, is you thought you heard somebody say something?
What's your ass driving over there? Mister, I don't answer questions.
Hey, listen here, you idiot. You work for us. You're a public servant.
Okay.
You're supposed to be professional, not me. I don't have a code of conduct to go by. You do.
Okay.
Without any evidence, the couple was convicted of not using their turn signals properly. Should we still believe in the law and justice? The police stopped a couple for not using their turn signals and shouting insults. The husband countered with the law, forcing them to let them go in silence.
Name and badge number?
We don't have badge numbers, bud.
Yeah, that's a lie. What's your name and badge number?
We don't have badge numbers. What would you like, my computer number?
Why did he give me a number and you can't?
Because he gave you his computer number, bud. It's 14-0.
You need to calm down. You need to calm down and go learn about some professionalism.
Okay.
You're going to hear from my lawyer.
I can't wait.
This is an illegal stop. You have to witness a traffic violation or suspect us of a crime.
Yeah, I was going to say, would you like to hear the traffic violation?
Yes, actually, I will.
Yeah, because we wasn't speeding, we don't have any lights out, didn't do anything wrong.
The man turned the tables, asked for their names, license plate numbers, and pointed out each of their violations, but the police still convicted them in the end, as if they were wrong.
This is a retaliatory stop for something that you thought you heard.
No, by the way, lights are required 1 hour before dusk. Just FYI.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait. This is going to be great. Why don't you get your supervisor over here?
I'm not required to. You can ask for one.
Well, I'm asking for one. That's what I just did.
Yeah, you can ask.
After the husband gave a valid law, the police were confused, threatened to arrest them, but did not dare to do anything because the law was not on their side.
Yeah, I'm asking for a supervisor. Matter of fact, get Lieutenant Cawthorn out here.
619-220 on the grounds. Yeah, who?
Lieutenant Cawthorn.
I don't work for Lieutenant Cawthorn.
Yes, you do. You work for the sheriff's office. He is your supervisor. Get him out here.
He's not my supervisor.
Okay. You're going to learn soon.
Okay.
So are you not going to get a supervisor out here?
Yeah, it's all up to date. I just am a little frazzle-dazzle. There.
Or you're not getting a supervisor out here?
I'm not.
Okay, cool.
With such an unreasonable abuse of power, the police officer felt like he had been splashed with cold water. He was silent and left in disgrace. Is this the opposite of justice? If the man had not understood the law, or if he had not been there, the wife would have been taken to the police station and prosecuted for a violation, even though she was innocent. Looking at the matter, I see that the police violated the Fourth Amendment and abused their power and violated the constitutional rights of citizens. The one who should be in jail here is the police officer, not the innocent couple. The people not only protected their rights but also forced the police officer to retreat quietly, carrying with him a difficult-to-eradicate professional stigma. I think this punishment is too light for what this police officer caused.
You're not going to write your information down on your contact information.
I don't have.
You're a public servant. Write your information down.
Would you like to go obtain a copy of the general warrant at the sheriff's office? I'm not required to give you.
I don't have to do anything. You work for me. I don't work for you.
It recorded right there.
Okay.
Wait to see it on YouTube. Have a good day.
I ain't gotta sell nothing. I'm set for life. These officers are pulling me over. They said it was a tag. Now they're saying that I have drugs. I have no drugs. I'm a business owner. I'm late to pick up my wife. Now they're trying to tell me that I have...
A black man in a BMW is pulled over for an expired tag, and if he didn't know the law, he could have ended up face down on the ground, handcuffed and in the papers as a drug dealer.
I haven't committed a crime. This is Matthew Wilson, CEO of Addictive Culture Entertainment. I'm going to pick up my wife. I got pulled over, cited by these officers, saying my tag. Now they're pulling me over, talking about they want me to get out. No crime has been committed, and they have reasonable, articulable suspicion.
On June 28, 2023, Matthew Wilson, a black businessman and CEO of Addictive Culture Entertainment, was pulled over by police for an expired license plate. He initially cooperates, but the officer soon switches to questioning him about drugs, which is completely unfounded.
I promise you, you're gonna be famous.
And I'll tell you right now, I don't normally do this, but we have some drug detectives that were following you, and yeah, and they think
where'd they follow me from? Tell me.
Well, I don't have that information. But
I travel this road every day. Okay. My wife is a doctor in Boulder.
Matthew Wilson is stopped by the police for an expired license plate. He provides all the necessary documents and cooperates without any resistance.
I want you out of the car and we want to do a sniff on the car with the drug.
I'm not. You don't have. Call your supervisor.
Okay, I'll get.
Are you gonna violate my rights? I just told you to call your supervisor. I'm late picking up my wife, bro.
And I can get information from other officers that tell me they have probable cause to do a sniff on your car.
Because I'm a black man in a Beamer.
I had no idea you were a black man until I stopped.
Because I'm a black man in a Beamer.
Did not know with the tinted windows.
I don't care about whoever your supposed detectives are that follow me. Man, I travel this road daily, back and forth. My wife works in Boulder. If you violate my rights, I'm going to make a case against you, and I'm going to win. Okay. You're profiling me because I'm black.
Has nothing to do with that.
You're profiling me because I'm black, bro.
You just happen to be black, and I just happen to be white.
You just happen to not be the first officer of white descent to call me a drug dealer.
Less than a minute later, the reason changes abruptly. The police accuse him of drug trafficking without evidence or basis. Wilson reacts violently. He is a businessman with no signs of a crime, but his skin and luxury car became an excuse for prejudice.
Because I'm in a Beamer. My family is rich. My family is rich. I don't have to sell. We own construction companies, restaurants, entertainment businesses, houses, real estate, and all type of shit. I don't have to sell drugs, bro.
A lot of people that sell drugs get rich, and then they have these other shell companies that are
shell
companies.
You're profiling me. Are you going to violate my rights? I asked you to call your supervisor.
Okay, we're working on that.
I've asked him to call his supervisor, everybody.
The police increase the pressure, threatening to arrest him if he does not get out of the car. Wilson understands the law, refuses to yield, and stands his ground. The argument continues. The police continue to shout and force. Wilson responds with reason and determination, refusing to be subdued.
If you have no drugs, a dog sniffing it will be...
Bro, you can bring your dog. Bro, you can bring your dog all you want. You're gonna look stupid as I promise you. Okay. And I'm a suit. I don't have to sell drugs, bro. My family rich than a motherfucker. I ain't gotta sell nothing. I'm set for life. You about to find out. Watch. Racist motherfucker. Pull me over for a tag. They said it was a tag. Now they're saying I'm a drug dealer. Detectives were following me.
Sir? Excuse me, sir? A supervisor is on the way to talk to you, okay? But I do need you to exit the vehicle now.
I haven't committed a crime and I'm not getting out the car. You're not going to violate my rights. I know the rights. I got lawyers. We got lots of lawyers.
I appreciate that, sir. But
I didn't even have to give him my information and I cooperated. If I was a drug dealer, why not run? If I was a drug dealer, why did I give him my... I know the law. I don't even have to give him my information.
Well, you do.
Because I haven't committed a crime, bro.
You operate a vehicle with expired registration.
That's not a crime, bro.
Yes,
that's civil court, bro.
Okay, so listen to me, sir. Sir, we're asking you nicely. Legally speaking, we have the right. The Supreme Court has already said we can ask you to get out of the vehicle. You choose to not get out of the vehicle as a criminal offense in itself. We don't want to go that area, go that route.
Watch this, y'all.
Okay, so a supervisor is on the way, but you need to get out of that vehicle, because if you don't, we're going to remove you from the vehicle and you'll be charged with a crime.
You'll be violating my rights and I'm going to sue you.
A police dog is called. Wilson agrees to have his car searched, but requests supervision to ensure transparency. The police refuse. They search his car, find nothing, but remain arrogant and unrepentant.
I'm opening up the trunk for you. I want y'all to search. Have a good search. Have a good search. Watch this, y'all.
It's nothing.
It's because I'm black and I'm in a Beamer, cuz.
Nothing about race.
Look at my family rich as fuck. You about to find out.
Which way? It's nothing about that. It's because of that right there. Yeah. December 16th of 2022.
So if it was a tag, you're citing that to me it's a tag. This individual told me that drug detectives were following me, bro.
That might be.
There's people out here doing 90 and a 65. You chose to pull me over. You cited this. I know the law, bro. I got lots of lawyers, lots of money. You told me it was a tag, but now all of a sudden, drug detectives follow me from where? Where they follow? From a drug house? Because I'm black, I must have came from the trap.
It's nothing about race.
I must came from the trap house, huh?
I promise you right now, it's nothing about race. It's nothing about that. I understand your frustration. Have you had any good experience with officers?
What's your name
before?
and your badge number?
My name is Officer Zamora. Here, I'll give you my card as well. My name is Officer Zamora with the Broomfield Police Department. My badge number is 5042. Here's my card. My apologies, you're losing your appointment there.
Your dog getting hit on my car. I know the cop tricks because I got a brother that's a cop. The cop getting hit, your dog getting hit on, and when you don't find nothing, just make sure you show up and say it in court. Trust me, I got you. I want to watch him search my vehicle. That's my right. That's my right. I can watch him search my vehicle. I'm right here.
You gotta be right on your back.
I'm right here. Yeah, I'm right here.
Go back there.
I'm right here.
You gotta go back there.
I'm not violating.
I don't want to put my hands on you, but you need to go back here.
I'm not violating nothing.
Please follow with me.
I have the right to
You have the right to
I got a body camera on.
Well, you stand right there then.
Let's please walk back no farther. Right where we were, because that's right now. You do have the right to watch. That's fine. Farther, please. Farther. Like I said,
I'm fine. I ain't doing nothing.
I know you're fine. That's why I don't want to put
I'm
hands
not
on
doing nothing to them.
I don't want to touch you or nothing. That's why
I'm not doing nothing to them. They violate my rights.
Please stand over here. Just
Violate my rights.
A little bit farther. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Like I said, you're more than welcome to watch. That's fine. But please, when I ask you, please, at least respect that. Respect what I'm asking you to stay with me, please.
I respect people that treat humans like humans.
I'm trying.
That's what I respect.
I'm trying to show you respect right now.
The dog. I got drugs in the car, y'all. I got pounds. I've been trafficking all over the globe. And I didn't have to get out the vehicle, and y'all couldn't pull me out. I know the law. So you threatened to charge me. That's something else I'm going to bring up in the lawsuit.
So I'll explain that statute if you let me. So
I know the statute. I got a good lawyer.
So that case law, actually, so that case law says that in any traffic stop at any time, for any reason, an officer can ask a person to exit the vehicle.
The law also says I don't have to get out the vehicle. That's my constitutional right. No crime was committed.
It does. So
no crime was committed.
Just have a conversation with you. That's all I'm trying to do.
I'm not disrespecting you.
I don't know you, man. You don't know
I'm not disrespecting you.
No, well, in a way, you're not letting me talk. I want to just explain things. That's all. I just want to talk to you man to man. You understand what I'm saying?
Look, they done went front back. No drugs, guys. No guys.
If not, right. If not, then no big deal. Okay?
I'm black and I'm in a Beamer. That's why. We can't have nothing without being drug dealers. I worked my ass off for years in construction before I built my own.
Wilson is released with a ticket, no apology, no corrective action. An innocent man is treated like a criminal. $1000 bent ett hårt bout your basometer. It's not mistaken suspicion, it's perverting justice by discrimination. And this time, they picked the wrong person to play the trick on.
Man, you've already disrespected. You just lied. He just lied and said that his dog hit on my car. Did you find any drugs, sir? I know you didn't. Because I'm not no different. Now give me my ticket. Okay, I'm going to take somebody. You said somebody gave you intel that I was a drug dealer and drug detectives followed me?
They gave me intel to stop a car, to identify you, and then also to sniff the car.
Who is these individuals that told you this? I have a right to know. My lawyer's going to want to know too.
Yeah, well, it'll be in a copy of our documentation.
A copy of your documentation?
Yes.
You're documenting me when I was originally stopped for my tag.
Yes, and that was my reason for stopping you.
But you're documenting me.
Everything is documented. It's
Everything's documented.
Everything is documented. Like this.
So who are these people? Where they followed me from? You said they followed me. Where did
I
they
don't have
follow
all that information. It was a really quick, brief conversation to catch up to your car.
Why? Because I was black?
It has nothing to do with
Because
that.
black people always have drugs. It must be because black people always have.
I had no
That's
idea
why.
what your race was until I got up to you, sir.
Okay, but when you got up to me and seen that it was a black man behind the wheel of this brand new Beamer,
It was already suspicious.
Can we talk real quick over here? Because I just
I'm
wanted
gonna
to
sue the f out their ass. Watch this.
Stay tuned for more cases in the Crime Hunter USA series, where the truth doesn't need a warrant to come out.